Alright, hi guys. My name is Hafiz. I'm from Get More TV. For those who just watch my channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to get more news from the Carousell. Who I've been going to the Carousell workshop for today for the buyer's protection.
Okay.
With us is Ms. CY and juga Evelyn, the payment specialist for the Carousell.
Oh hi, I'm CY. I'm the country head for Carousell Malaysia, so I manage the business here. And
hi, I'm Evelyn. I'm the payment specialist in Carousell.
hi.
Everyone wants to know in the new latest update in Carousell, and people go through the banners and the apps and they see the Carousell Protection. And what is Carousell Protection?
So
Carousell Protection is our in-app payments service that the buyers they can pay through our supported payment method, FPF online banking and card payment. Then Carousell will hold the payment until the buyer confirms the item has received as listed, and we will release the payment to the seller.
Yeah. So in short, it's really we're telling our users, right, get your item as listed, right, or your money back. It's as simple as that.
Simple as
it's
that.
It's 100% protected, it's secure. Yeah.
All right. So what does actually the Carousell Protection aims for?
We definitely aim to provide the secure payment to our users and make sure that they only receive they only get paid when they receive the item as listed. We also want to protect our sellers to make sure they're fully protected with their personal information, and also provide a fair dispute resolution to both parties.
Okay. So for currently, what item category it covered for now?
Okay. So we're starting with two main categories, which is fashion and health and beauty items. So fashion consists of things like your watch, your shoes, your not just clothing, right? And the earrings and things like that. So it's fashion and accessories. So it's a pretty broad segment for us. And the fashion and beauty items, you're talking about makeup, you're talking about things related to beauty. So there's actually a lot of it. And why we're starting with these two is because it's shippable items, right? So mainly people are shipping those things in Carousell Malaysia.
Do we expect it to be rolled out to another category as well in the future?
Yeah, so what we are doing is we are rolling out by phases. So right now, if you see, even when we started the beta now, today is the beta workshop, right? So we have several thousands of users now like lining up or in the waiting list, right, to say, can I get it activated? So it's really we are activating sellers gradually, right? And also in terms of launching it overall Malaysia, what we want to do through this beta launch, we want to learn from users, right, and gather feedback like how well they receive this new way of buying and selling. Because if you really look at Carousell Protection, it's not like just adding to a shopping cart and then check out, right? So it's really like everything is integrated to the chat. So when the buyer pays, the seller will get notification in the chat as well. He get a push notification in the chat. It also recorded that the buyer has paid, and then when the seller shipped the item, the buyer in the chat will see that the seller has shipped your item, and then there's also tracking. So it's really a new way of buying and selling in Carousell for us. Yes.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so when is it users can expect this new Carousell to be launched to all users with Carousell Protection?
I think you will see more progress next year, especially in Q1, Q2, because they are not just like we want to just roll out to all categories. There are also things that we're looking at, shipping integration, how to make it cheaper for you, for the seller to ship it out, right?
That's a good news for the buyers.
Good news, right? But it's not now, it's not available yet, right? So because beta now, we are still educating people on the payment side of things. So eventually, you will get cheaper than walk-in rates for your shipping and stuff like that. So yeah, lots more interesting things to come. Stay tuned.
That's great. All right. So, is it true Carousell and Mudah is merging, and does it Mudah will not be available soon?
Oh, so okay, that's an interesting question. So we announced the merger with 701 Search, which owns Mudah in Malaysia, Chotot in Vietnam, and One Cat in Myanmar. So it's actually a merger, right? And what from the merger is like what we're thinking now is that we are operating as two brands, right? So Muda will retain its brand identity, Carousell will retain its brand identity. It's almost as if like Facebook, Instagram, right? So when Facebook bought over Instagram, Instagram did not become Facebook. It's two different brands because we believe the Muda brand is actually appealing to its own market as well.
I see.
And Carousell has its own strengths on a certain type of users, right? Who are using us.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right. So last one. Okay. What is the Carousell plan in the future to making sure safe electronic transaction environment?
I think safety and trust is always the heart of Carousell, and we always put the safety of our users into top of our agendas. So with Carousell Protection, we ensure the user only get paid when they receive item as listed. We also gradually will launch to different categories, even the risky categories, to make sure our user get protected. And on top of that, we heavily invested in the AI part to flag the bad actors in the market and make sure our market is more and more good users and make sure our user get protected.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So yeah, a lot more I think interesting payment solutions and shipping solutions that will come up from us. But like I said, it's still beta stage right now.
Okay.
So there are a lot of things that we need to make sure people love the service, right? Before we go further on this, right? Yeah. So it's an exclusive invite, and yeah, glad that you are able to make it.
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much for taking our time to do the short interview with us, a Q&A, so the users out there will get to know what is the fuss is about the Carousell Protection. What does it cover and all. So good news for buyers especially, and also sellers. Everything transaction will be safe, unlike no others in platform in Malaysia, and Carousell is the first one to making this attempt. Yeah. All right. So that's it. That will be our interview. So for more updates, stay tuned to the Carousell apps in iOS available and Android. For the next one, hopefully it's a Carousell 2.0 with much better, much friendly user and much safer.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. See. Okay, thank you very much for taking your time.